I'm assuming this.
This man makes fighting look easy.
Whoa. Holy shit.
We admire someone who gives it their all, someone who never gives up. We worship those who make the hardest fighters look foolish. This is the rarest type of fighter who can make fighting champions look so easy, even when they're giving it their all. At peak mastery in fighting,
this guy looks fucking nuts.
Able to do. Fighting at the elite level is insanely hard.
Exit tier 1 Tyler and tier 1 Rebel.
Watching this man.
Hey, have fun, gamer god. Fuck yeah.
Mayweather of Muay Thai. This is a fighter who went 100-0 once upon a time in his career.
Oh, 100-0?
Fight fans, welcome back to another episode of Striking Breakdowns.
What?
In this episode, we explore the art of effortless fighting by the most evasive legend in fighting history. This is a man who can flow and crash. He is like water. His name, Lurzilla.
I want to look that up. I don't believe that 100-0 claim. What was his name? Lordzilla? Lurzilla. He's 40 years old now. And his fighting career... He is still fighting. He just lost. He has 191 wins and 32 losses. Oh my god. And he is still the champion. How do you fight that much? There is no off season. So he took a brief hiatus. He only fought 4 times in 2019. Didn't fight at all 2020, probably pandemic. Came back this year and won. Holy shit. 191 wins. How is he not more famous? Well, I imagine, like, the only fighters that get famous are, like, UFC and big boxers. This is more niche. This is straight just Muay Thai. It is literally just Muay Thai. His Muay Thai record is 191 and 32. That's crazy.
Seeing Ludzilla effortlessly dodging strikes, it's easy to notice that this is a man who mastered Ultra Instinct.
True.
It's easy to mistake him as the fastest fighter in Muay Thai and kickboxing, but that is simply not true. Hypothetically, someone can ask him, "How are you moving so fast?" Ludzilla would reply, "I'm not moving faster than you. I'm just moving before you do."
What a cool response.
Speed is only a part of what you're seeing here. The fact is, Lordzilla can read attacks before they even happen.
What the fuck?
He is not physically fast.
Not to that claim, but that
his
move.
Fight IQ is light years ahead. In all of these clips, he is almost 40 years old. If we judged a fight by raw speed and athleticism, his opponents would beat him. But great masters of striking.
I want to see him when he was young.
And see a punch or kick.
They'd have to slow down the footage just to register him.
This is how he can look so effortless when evading strikes. If Lordzilla is never in any actual danger, in his mind and in reality, he simply won't feel or show any fear. This is how he looks so calm when he's under the heat of battle. Take this incredible check as an example. In this sequence, Ludzilla has his hands down as he's pressuring his opponent against the rope.
I've never seen someone dodge that much shit.
In order to invite an attack. The moment his opponent attacks, he leans back perfectly, just an inch out of range. Then he looks at him with absolute calm, knowing exactly what his opponent would do next, which was a low kick. Anticipating the kick and checking it perfectly in time.
If I was a Muay Thai fighter and I fought this guy, I would report him for hacking. 100%.
No effort.
This guy needs to get fucking back banned.
Defense, he was able to damage his opponent. Just let that sink in for a second. Only true masters of baiting can pull this off. They can tease an opponent effortlessly, making them thirsty for an attack, and then make fools out of them. At the highest level, fighters like Samar even pretend to be hurt in order to invite a charge and land a knockdown.
That's kind of genius.
In another fight against one of China's legendary Sander and
Thanks for the
Muay
good
Thai
sub,
champion,
Marvin.
Ludzilla makes him ask, "What the hell am I even doing here?" No other fighter has been able to just plant their leg on their opponent's leg like this. The opponent has no counters for it because Lurzilla would be able to react to all of his movements. This level of control is only possible when a fighter knows all of the options available. When he has absolute control, he can use silly attacks like this to confuse and rest at the same time, all the while showing dominance. There's nothing his opponent can do here except to get played with.
This guy seems fucking
If he tries
awesome.
to grab the leg, he will get punched.
It is actually like he's playing Tekken.
If he tries to kick, he will get pushed away. If he doesn't do anything, he'll just get attacked. He's simply out of options.
Thanks for your sub, Fuego.
The art of effortless fighting is possible when all the options and outcomes are controlled. Against his opponents, Ludzilla controls the range, the rhythm, and the engagements.
That's so crazy.
In the next sequence, Ludzilla blizzes in to control the punches and land a body kick. The opponent was able to catch the kick after it landed, and he thought he had an opportunity to land a high kick because of it. However, Lurzilla simply wanted him to throw the high kick and was never in any real danger. He ducked the high kick with ease as it came, all the while on one leg. Right after the dodge, he stood back up with swagger, and his opponent couldn't help but smile and marvel at his opponent's brilliance.
I mean, there's nothing you can do besides just like appreciate it.
Struck. When he did, he again leaned back with ease and continued his swagger while walking down his opponent. These type of sequences happened all the time throughout Lordzilla's career. But perhaps the most impressive fights Lurzilla had were against Chinese champions. Against the Sander champion, Jiang Hui, he was able to chill on the ropes and push kick the opponent away. He not only kicked him once, but Lurzilla
he seems like extremely good, but also a troll.
Coming in. By keeping the leg there,
he just breaks their mental.
Away twice in 1 second. This level of control had the opponent impressed, and he acknowledged it right away. By the third round, after outclassing his opponent for the entire time, Lurzilla was putting out his tongue to taunt the opponent and getting him to throw big combinations. The hands were completely down.
Who beats this guy?
Lurzilla wanted the opponent
so he was 100-0.
He wanted the punch
and then in
to
his
get
next
really close to
100
hitting
matches, he lost
and move
32.
out of the way in the very last second. I mean, just look at how the ladies are so impressed in the back. If
yeah, how wouldn't they be?
Why wouldn't you? We hear that Lurzilla is loved by all the ladies in China. What we find the most amazing is that Lurzilla simply sees fighting as a game. It's just fun and enjoyable for him to fight like this. If he fought serious, he could finish many opponents with ease. But he would rather entertain the crowd and enjoy the process by doing things that no one else has been able to do.
Oh, he went on a 100-0
Lurzilla
run,
doesn't
not a
actually
start.
care about
Okay.
winning or losing. He just wants to enjoy himself. In psychology, this is called being outcome independent.
He looks like he's 18. Dude is 40 years old and literally looks 18. He looks like he's 18. Dude is 40 years old and literally looks 18.
Ironically, research shows that people are able to perform the best when they are outcome independent. Science has shown that people with this mindset are able easily to enter high states of flow. And that's exactly what Lurzilla is 100% of the time. He is like water. He flows.
God, that's so fucking cool.
What do you think of this epic showcase of effortless fighting?
Thanks for some crack in here.
That Lurzilla can make it all look so easy and not really care about winning or losing. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to watch another episode of Striking Breakdowns. I'm MoistCr1tikal, and thank you for keeping our channel alive.
I had never heard of this guy before that, but my god, what a good video. How the fuck isn't he more well known? How many other fighters had a 100-0 run? He has fought over 200 professional matches, and he's 191-32. I don't know how the fuck I wouldn't have heard of that. Even though I'm not like a big fighting guy. It's still just so impressive. Oh, maybe because there's other ones? Someone just said... Cyan Chai has 300 wins. Let me look him up. Oh, there's even Cyan Chai versus Lordzilla. Oh, so these are considered the two goats. Cyan Chai and Lordzilla are the two actual undisputed goats. He's 41, and his record is 307 wins and 44 losses. Holy shit. Oh my fucking god. Thanks to the bits Saucy and the resub KTV. How? Muay Thai is brutal too. How the fuck does he have over 350 professional matches? He is still fighting. Actively. At 41. A lot of them do come down to decision though, I'm noticing. There's a lot of TKO as well, but a lot of them do come down to decision. Thanks to the Prime Shook. But yeah, I've seen those Saucy. Alright, I want to see this Lordzilla versus... what is it? Sanchai? Is that how you say it? Muay Femur highlights. Oh wait, this is just like a montage. Wait, is this their fight or where's the fight? It is just it is literally just highlights. Oh, this guy apparently beat him.
This guy Lordzilla, who's just a f***ing assassin.
Hey guys, Game fighters. They may be used to spinning elbows,
but
at that longer range, they're not used to the spinning back fist. There is always a solution to finding where your opponent is weak, and if you prep properly during your training camp, you can pull it off in the fight. And that's what we did with Lordzilla. Now moving on, let's talk about all the mind games.
I just want to see the highlights, man.
He does. Because this can get into a lot of people's heads in fights. They get very upset when people toy with them, when they're taunting them, when they think, oh, this guy doesn't respect me. I already knew that he was going to be messing around with me. We knew that he liked to climb his opponents. He would actually get on them.
Oh, what?
Just tower up over them and taunt around. And I already knew
that guy's cool.
For this, that it was not going to bother me. And that right there might seem like a small thing to focus on in fight camp, but it was everything.
Exorisa Burger and Quinch.
He did those things to me, I was able to just go,
that was wholesome. Thank you, Burger.
I'm the one tagging you. Now another area that I want to talk about with this fight is Lordzilla's ability to fight off the ring ropes. He can just lift his front kick up and just keep it out there. You can see in this one, he's pumping the front kick out, keeping it against my stomach, and instead of forcing my way forward and trying to really fight against it or backing up, I just stay at full length.
Damn!
And eventually I fake and come forward with the cross. And the cross lands beautifully. Now let's talk about the kicking game plan for this fight. We already knew with Lordzilla that he was just so good at the fade back. Anything that comes to basically like torso level, anything that's chest level and above, he's just gonna slip back. The idea with the kicks was...
Is Varga also a part of Viper? Yeah, I guess.
Lean backs, it becomes very difficult.
So this guy's pretty good.
Here and come with the check.
That's a lot of belts.
So very, very often, if he threw a kick, I fired right back. Every time he throws a kick, fire back. Or when I finish my punch combination and his head is all over the place, I touch him, I finish with a low kick. It's going to make it very difficult for him to deal with all that head evasion. When he starts getting tagged and he starts going, uh-oh, to remember that he has to stay light enough on his front leg to pick it up. And then as we got further and further in the fight and he started getting a little bit more frustrated, he started pressuring occasionally. I started standing my ground, waiting for him to come to me.
This guy has, there's like actual science here. Like he had a full-blown like great game plan.
Fast, high kick. The last thing I want to talk to you
Meanwhile, if I was his coach, I'd be like, hey man, just don't look stupid out there.
Lurzilla is the disparity in the fight record. As I already mentioned, he had around 180 fights. He'd been, people said 100 fight win streak. I don't know if he was actually on a 100 fight win streak before he fought me, but he had been on a very good win streak either way. How do you prepare for that? How do you mentally get around that? And the big thing
He's the resub Mars.
I would say anybody out there,
oh, the biggest psychopath from baseball doesn't exist.
Have faith in yourself. What this comes down to is not so much being nervous about your opponent. Forget about.
I'm assuming, I'm gonna look it up because he's not gonna show the whole highlights. I'm assuming that he didn't win by KO. He must have won by decision. Let's see. Lordzilla versus Varga. Let's see the result. So this was in 2020? Wait, it's not even on his record. Was it like an exhibition match? Oh no, here it is. Gabriel Varga. It was decision. It was a unanimous decision to Varga. That was in 2012. Linus fight tips. Nice.